It's the world's boxing capital. And for an unbeaten British boxer aiming for American acclaim, it's surely the only place to be. Back in November 2001, our young star Ricky Hatton and his trainer Billy Graham rolled into Vegas.
It's a special city, isn't it? And it's one that all fighters really need to come to make their name.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, there's obviously Madison Square Garden and Atlantic City and that, but all your top champions in all the weight divisions in the world now, they all have to do it in Vegas. You know, it's where the glamour is.
Well, there's Caesar's Palace, Ricky. They've had some terrific battles here.
That's right, and you know, I used to watch the fights at Caesar's Palace when I was a little kid, you know, probably before when I only just started boxing. And you know, to think that I could be boxing in one of these big hotels, you know, in the very near future is it's the stuff dreams are made of. Believe me, this Las Vegas, this is where it is, isn't it?
Yet this was much more than a sightseeing holiday. Team Hatton were on a scouting mission to see Kostya Tszyu take on Zab Judah for the undisputed world light welterweight title. Despite arriving in style on fight night, Ricky still had to queue for his accreditation, even though he was eyeing a future showdown with the unified champion.
I'd like to fight the winner, you know. I think the Americans will love me, you know, and being here and getting my face about is good, and it builds up interest for a fight with the winner.
So, two ringside spectators with a vested interest for what proved a thrilling encounter, even by Vegas standards.
The right hand from Tszyu was good, and another one! Floors Judah! He's up very quickly, but his eyes are in orbit! It's over! J.D. stopped it! Judah immediately up and complains, but the fight finishes dramatically in the second round.
Judah's antics after the stoppage earned him a 6-month ban and a hefty fine. Ricky was not impressed.
He picked the stool up and threw it at the referee, and he grabbed him by the throat and tried to punch him. It's, you know, you just can't do them things, can you?
But even back then, tackling the big-hitting Tszyu held no fear for the Hatton camp.
We've both seen Tszyu for years, you know what I mean? He's got flaws the same as everybody else. Do you know what I'm saying? He's got a lot of strengths, but he's also got flaws.
It's quite easy to hit, you know, and with the power that I hit with, you know, yeah, why not? But obviously, that, you know, it's I think that'd be a bit gruesome viewing, you know, for as long as it lasted with us. But no, it's a fight I'd look forward to.
3 years and 7 months later, the big fight is on. Ricky Hatton has worked his way into the mandatory position to challenge Kostya Tszyu. This preparation has been long planned, ever since that starry-eyed night in Vegas.
So November 2001, Kostya Tszyu in the flesh, Billy Ricky for the first time. What were your thoughts?
I was very impressed. I was really looking forward to the fight because Zab Judah was really the hot shot at the time, you know what I mean, and couldn't do anything wrong. And yeah, nobody knew how good Kostya Tszyu was still going to be, and yeah, it was fantastic, but I've got a great performance.
At the time of this fight, maybe it was a bit too soon for me because I was still on the learning curve. I still had, you know, other things to prove, but now I'm in a position now where I've not only earned the right to, you know, to challenge him, but I think I'm in a position where I'll beat him now.
Were you surprised that he took Judah out in such style?
I was, yeah, but I think in the first round here, Zab Judah looked really comfortable, was making him miss, was picking him off, and I think he got a little bit too confident. But with someone who hits like Tszyu, you've got to be focused for 3 minutes for the whole 12 rounds.
He gets hold of the middle of the ring so well, Billy, doesn't he?
He does get hold of the middle of the ring, so he likes to command the centre of the ring, and he likes to push people back. But, you know, people rave about Kostya Tszyu. I think he's a fantastic fighter, and don't underestimate him, but there's plenty of things to exploit. He's got weaknesses the same as everybody else, and we're going to exploit them weaknesses.
I think the key to the fight is be very, very cagey in the first 4 rounds. Keep yourself nice and safe. Don't take too many chances early on where he's at his sharpest, and then go through the gears as the fight progresses. And I 100% think I've got the tools to do it.
What a glittering occasion this weekend, and what a far cry from where it all began in Widnes back in September '97.
Professional debut, I was really nervous, but I couldn't wait to show, you know, the professional people, you know, what I have.
You had to wait a long time that night, didn't you?
It was a bit of a bad night because I think Robin Reid got took to hospital. I think he had slight dehydration. So obviously my fight couldn't commence until the paramedics come back to ringside. So I was actually in the ring 20 minutes before the bell actually went for the first round. I eventually got on about 11:30 at night, so to put the performance in, I did. It was a first round knockout against Kid McCauley. I was over the moon, you know, bearing in mind the circumstances I was put in.
Then a dream trip to Madison Square Garden on the undercard of Nassim Hamad's showdown with Kevin Kelly.
Fantastic atmosphere, you know. Nazi's fight was a fantastic fight, and for me to be on that type of show and that venue where all the old greats have boxed there, you know, as an 18-year-old, I couldn't believe it was happening to me. And you know, the performance, you know, to match as well, it was just it was a day that will stay with me, you know, for the rest of my life.
Special boxing talent on our hands, but Ricky's fighting skills were apparent even as a schoolboy in Hyde on the outskirts of Manchester. His mum and dad will never forget one end-of-term report.
The teacher turned around and said, "Oh, he never causes trouble, he's a lovely kid." He said, "But if ever he hears of a fight anywhere, he runs and joins in."
At first, Ricky combined his skills with fist and foot as a kickboxer, despite embarrassments against younger brother Matthew.
First time I laced a pair of gloves on was when I was kickboxing. I think I was about 8 or 9 years old. Seems a good while away, that. But,
Any good?
I wasn't good at the kicking side of the game. I've always been a little short and stocky, so obviously you can imagine, you know, I wasn't much of a kicker, but I had a fair talent with my fists.
At 11, he arrived at the local boxing club in Hyde, where he made a big impact.
I said, "Put these gloves on and go and have a little game on that bag there." So go and punch that bag, and he said, "Right." And away he went, and I went on them stairs to sort of edge, and I heard thud, 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 and I thought, "What's that?" Looked over the balcony, and there he is, buckled up in his bag. I said, "Jesus, he can hit."
Ricky's exciting all-action style was quickly evident. He became a popular fighter to watch and be around, soon making lifelong boxing friends.
I'm called Bellos, this is Ricos.
And that's Finos.
Finos.
And together we are the Three Amigos.
But Ricky stood out from his junior clubmates, and keeping him away from the gym was no easy task. Even his parents' pub soon became a boxing base.
I used to train like 5 times a week, even when I was a schoolboy, like I say, twice at my amateur gym. And then I used to have a good friend of mine used to come Monday and Friday and you know, give me extra tuition downstairs. It's a bit unusual, you know, training in the cellar of the pub, but I had some very happy times.
So it's down here?
Certainly is, yeah. It's what your head does, you're coming down there. It's a good few years since I've been down here. This is where they used to have my gym. It's only small, as you can see, but I tell you what, I had a belting gym here. I had a speedball which used to hang down here, and in fact you can still see the holes where they were drilled, where they had the speedball. As you can imagine, it's only a small,
it's a short one, yeah.
So it was very, 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 very quick. The vault is up above here, where they used to play darts, and they're all warming up for darts, and they could hear bang, 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 you know, me on the speedball, and they all used to come down and watch me. It was fantastic. It's the first time I've been down in years. It brings back some happy memories, I can tell you.
Ricky moved to nearby Sale West to complete his amateur education under coach Paul Dunn. In a successful 5-year spell at the club, he won plenty of trophies and 9 national titles, culminating in the ABA light welterweight crown.